Alright, for all of those who ever wondered to know about a fendt as far as mowers and all this stuff is concerned, this right now is hooked up to a Pottinger mower. 3 mowers, 2 in the back, 1 up front. Control wise on these things, these tractors really not that hard. Half the screen I got set up for the mowers right now, and the other half I have set up for the regular controls. On the mowers, basically everything's just done by the control here. Push your go button and it drops the front and then drops the rear. You can push your end button to raise one rear, raise the other. Push this button here and that raises the front mower, or you can just push the end button, which raises everything. These tractors really are not that hard to work with. If you go in here to the main button there, it goes to all of your controls. You have hydraulics, push that. You can set them up for timers for each one, for the outflow, inflow. What do you have the timer set up for? You can turn it on. Is it a soft engage or a hard engage? And then a timer which turns them, for seconds or whatnot. You go to your hitches. You got your hitch controls. This is the front hitch, rear hitch, and you got an upper limit, lower limit. How fast do you want to drop it? How fast do you want to raise it? It has the stability control, which turns it on, so basically it cushions it while going down the road. You can even raise the tractor with this thing here. You have pressure, and then when do you want this thing turned on? And then you go to engine management. You got your fuel consumptions. Go back to engine management. You can turn it on. What do you want your RPMs to be set at? If you start moving, you can turn that switch on, so when it starts moving, that's the range RPMs it'll be on. Turn your PTO on, that's what the maximum would be. Hydraulics, when you run your hydraulics, it would set the engine up for that. And then you got your other controls here. This is manual, auto right now, so if you want this thing to lug down more, you can put in manual and tell it how far to lug down. You have a memo, which is a memo for the front and memo for the rear. So if you turn these on, you turn these memos on for the front and the rear. The front would go 6 miles an hour, the rear goes 1.2. So when you shuttle this thing, you can make it set up so that it goes a certain speed when you shuttle this thing. And then you have a minimum maximum button. Minimum's 1300, maximum 1620. These are the 2 buttons that are located right here. So I can just sit there and push this button and it goes right to 1300. Push the max, goes right to 1600 or 1620, and it's highlighted by those highlighted right there. And then you also have a cruise 1 and cruise 2. What that is set up for, it's right there. I got cruise 1 and I got cruise 2. You can actually set your cruise control up, so then when you bump the lever to the right, it automatically goes to that speed. And if you set for cruise 2, you go for that speed. So you get to the end of a row, pull your lever back, slow it down. When you make your turn, everything's good. Just tap the lever and it goes right back up to speed. And then of course there's your memo buttons. Then we go in. Of course, you got your wonderful, you can set up your ISO bus, so you have all the, you can set up all the controls, so it's done by just the go button, end and go button over here. And that's good for planting and whatnot stuff. And then if you go over here, push this button, you can set this whole control panel up for whatever you want to do. Now when we bale, we'll set up 2 cameras, camera 1, camera 2. So we have both of these are running cameras. And then this over here is just running your info for the tractor and all that. And just touch screen going out. Over here you got 4 remotes. So actually this tractor has a total of 7 remotes. You can do 4 here. We run 2 here, and you have 2 up here. And you can set all of those up any which color you want to do. So what you do is you go in here, and let me see. Push that button, push this button, and you can designate any of those remotes to run on the joystick, which would be that. And then for the levers, which would be this, and even for the ISO bus, which would be up on your front controls up there. So you can actually do the two up top. I guess that'd be it right there. So we have them set up so you can change, you can run any of these buttons, which can run any of the remotes. And then going over to this control panel, you got two modes, or you got two ranges, 1 and 2. One's good for tillage, 2 is for pretty much everything else. Lock your hydraulics out. That does your ISO bus for like when you want to do multi-functions with the go buttons. Your auto feature, this has the 1000 PTO, 1000 economy. Front and rear automatic engage, so when you push the go buttons, they automatically turn on and off. Stability, or the suspension system, automatic front hitch and rear hitch. And this is for your foot pedal. Now this is a fun mode here. Turn this off and you get to run everything through your joystick. So you just push the button behind, tap it forward, and then keep moving forward, and then you're good to go. You put it in the foot mode, use that foot pedal down there, gas it up, and then it runs like a car. Gas pedal runs the car, and then that's it. This over here is the shuttle shift. So there's two ways to shuttle this tractor. You actually just sit there, you push the button in the back and tap it to your left, and it will shuttle it reverse, or you go with the little shuttle shifter over here. And that's basically how you run this thing. You don't really, this is your hand throttle. If you want to use it, I guess. I never do use it. This is your throttle, or this is your lever for the foot pedal, so you can manage how fast you want this thing to go. So when you stomp on this foot pedal, it only go up to like halfway speed wise. That makes it go all the way up, so it goes 35 miles an hour with that. You got your front control panel, which is they're okay, nothing spectacular there. And then of course you got your automatic air conditioning, all that crap, and then you got your lights over here. Everything else is pretty standard easy on these tractors. You just gotta, once you get used to them, piece of cake. And then like I said, I've got these mowers set up right now so that, let me see here. So we can go in here, set, let me see here. And then you tap it there, menu. And you can go in and do a bunch of different things on this here. Here we go, this is what I was after. So there we go, so you can go in there, and that's actually all the functions that I got set up for this joystick, which is right here. So basically you can raise it, lower it, and do everything, fold it up and all that good stuff. And then you just go up there and you switch it on and off. All this stuff, ISO bus crap and everything else, works really easy and works really good. So it's you know, once you get onto it, it's just a little different getting used to it, but you know, once you're onto it, these tractors, it's like half truck and half tractor. It kind of runs with air brakes and all the other crap goes on it. So they're not for everyone, but you know, if you need specific tasks or you can use all the features, then these things are a lot of fun. So hope that helps.